So Conservative Party Conference 2008, we're here tonight with the Conservative Humanist Association. Jeff Peel, of course, you're the chairman. Can you tell us about the association? What does it do? What was it in place for?
We think it's very important for all of the national political parties in the UK to have organisations which reflect the fact that society is changing and we have more people without any religious belief in society, and therefore the party has to reflect that. We expect our elected representatives to reach decisions based on rational thought rather than dogma, and that's why the association has been formed, and it's fabulous to have Richard here this evening to launch it at the party conference.
And of course, Richard Dawkins speaking tonight at the association's event. Could you tell us, though, a little bit about why you're involved in this, and a little bit perhaps about humanism and atheism?
I'm extremely keen on rational thought. I'm extremely keen on sceptical, critical thinking. Obviously, I think that our political leaders ought to be taking decisions rationally, as you say, certainly not based on dogma, certainly not based on faith, certainly not based on revelation. They should be taking decisions which make sense, that can be justified on rational grounds. I also think there's something positive about a non-religious viewpoint. We find ourselves, the miracle of life, it's an astonishing thing that we find ourselves here. And to understand why we exist, which is now a possibility. Modern science does give a pretty good, pretty comprehensive answer to the question of why we exist. That is so exciting.
Yeah.
And so to have that privilege is something that shouldn't be thrown away, and it's something that's tragic if children are educated without that knowledge. And so for children to be sent to faith schools and educated in religious faith, whether it's Christian or Jewish or Muslim, instead of being educated on what we actually now know, I think is tragic for children.
Jeff, what are you actually hoping to achieve then? This Conservative Humanist Association, of course, comes after the Humanist Association. What's different about this? What are you trying to do within the party?
Well, the party is facing the same issues as the other main political parties that seek to govern the United Kingdom. So the issue Richard alluded to, faith schools, for example, we're absolutely at one with the British Humanist Association in that respect. We don't believe that faith schools give our children an appropriate education. Children should be exposed to knowledge and should be excited by that knowledge, rather than being told a load of mumbo-jumbo that really doesn't get them any further forward. So that's one issue. Bishops in the House of Lords, the disestablishment, those are things that I think that the Conservative Party should be facing up to rather than ignoring, because they are extremely important issues. And the Conservative Party, which will almost certainly form the government, has to take these issues into account, because the general public, I think, is pretty much sickened by the fact that we still have a state which has not, unfortunately, disposed of religion. Religion is excessively involved in the politics of our state.
Well, if I could put one final question to both of you, starting with Richard. We are, though, surely an officially religious country, with the Church of England, of course, the Queen being the head of that church. That being so, is it really practical to change the constitutional settlement that we have?
Well, it's a historical fact that Britain is a Christian country. We have Christian culture, and I'm a part of that. I mean, I'm brought up in an Anglican household, not Anglican schools at least, and so I have a certain nostalgia for my Christian heritage. However, I don't think that we have to go on having an established church. I don't think that we have to go on having the Queen as head of an established church, and I don't think we have to go on having bishops in the House of Lords.
Jeff, is that the case? I mean, how long do you think it's going to be before we see this kind of change?
The bishops in the House of Lords issue, the Conservatives have an opportunity to go one step further than the Labour government has proposed. Labour have proposed reducing the number of bishops in the House of Lords. Why don't we just get rid of them? Because frankly, if people are in the House of Lords and they truly reflect society, we will have religious people there. We don't have to purposefully select them from just one denomination of one religion. It's patently absurd, and no other developed democracy has such a situation.
Jeff, Richard, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.